and looking at some of the photographs of mobile phones and objects of that kind, I thought about that actually, and I think, I don't know if that's scary or not, but if this exhibition's about how the world is seen by someone aged between 8 and 13 at the beginning of the 21st century, that's part of what we must take into account. That is how the world is seen. I would like to congratulate José Alvarez, David Palazón, who's there, and where is Kaho?
Yes, here.
Where? Hooray! This collective that brought it together, it's based on an idea where they all got together. They were all at the London College of Printing together on their undergraduate course, and they've stayed together ever since. And they concocted this idea in the Royal College bar one evening and thought, wouldn't it be interesting to ask 200 school children aged 8 to 13 to give each of them a disposable camera and operate it through their various schools in the borough of Haringey, and find out what how 8 to 13-year-olds see the world. Because this exhibition, ladies and gentlemen, isn't just about the photographs. It's about ways of seeing. It's about how people see the world when grown-ups don't tell them how to see it. It's about perspectives on the world. It's about seeing rather than just looking, which is a very important distinction. Most of us go through life looking at things, but we don't see things. Some people, when they walk through London, look down all the time. Obviously, they don't want to fall over, and they want to look at the pavement. But if you look up, you get a completely different. You don't just walk into a lamppost. You also get this extraordinary perspective, and it's a different way of looking. It's a different way of seeing, and that the whole of the history of art, the whole of the history of photography, the whole of the history of communications is about different ways of seeing. So this exhibition is a glimpse into a way of seeing of 8 to 13-year-olds at the beginning of the 21st century. I think it's a quite brilliant idea. I think it's beautifully presented, the idea of having the images and on the other side a little sentence by everybody about why they chose this object and or environment or place that really defines them, that means something to them, and why they chose it. And you can flip them over. They're sort of organised in themes, rather than schools, rather than alphabetically, rather than age groups. It's themes, so you get a lot of buildings together. Do you know what I mean? That's right, yeah. You get a lot of telephones together and things like that. And so people from various schools and so on will have to look quite hard to find their particular contributions, because it's done thematically, and it starts light at that end and gets darker as you go. Thank you very much. It's very interesting because the other point is whether it is possible actually to get inside the heads of young people in the way that they see. And I'm reminded of another huge survey that was done in the 1940s in America, and it was called Through Navajo Eyes. And the idea was to give Native Americans living on the Arizona-Utah border a movie camera and ask them to film their world in the way they wanted to film their world. And all these anthropologists thought this is going to be really interesting. It's a different way of seeing. And this will be fascinating. This is the Native American view of the world. Of course, the films they got all look like Hollywood movies. Because, Navajo live in the same world as the rest of us, the same world of images, and had ingested those images. So there's nothing innocent about ways of seeing. We all live in the same visual world. So I don't know how far these are, as it were, completely uncontaminated images of the world, uncontaminated by grown-ups, because, we're all surrounded by visual images all the time, and we digest them, and they become part of our visual repertoire. So I think it's an absolutely brilliant idea, and it's made a spectacular exhibition. It's already been shown in Haringey in December. It's on here in April, and it moves to a gallery in Carnaby Street in May. And if there's a motto for the exhibition, which should be over the door, we don't see things as they are, we tend to see things as we are. We don't see things as they are, we tend to see things as we are. Oscar Wilde put it a different way.
with one hand,
No.
okay? Now with one hand and my eyes closed, okay?
What's going on here?
Wow. Yes? Have you loaded? Yeah, or maybe you can look at them. Look at them. Some place here where you like. Is loaded the camera? Is loaded?